Yes, Thaer. Long time that we didn't met. It was really, for me, fantastic that you had the chance to visit me in Berlin last time. But unfortunately now, because of this coronavirus pandemic, we couldn't meet.
Yes.
And what do you think? This reminds me the time that I left Syria, you know, because in that time it was difficult for us to meet each other. Do you remember?
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time since we met after, I think, 4 years when we met first time. No, I visited you before.
Yeah, you visited me, then we didn't meet more than 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years, yeah. Yeah, I remember exactly. But I was in touch with you for the whole time. I was always calling you and checking.
The time I wasn't
following up on your news, what happened with you. You were in Azerbaijan, then you moved to Germany, and really it was a long journey and a lot of tense pressure you suffered till your family got united with you.
But actually, you know, now we feel safe because you are in Denmark, I am in Germany, in Berlin. We started a new life. And now I am happy that you met Sami when he grew up here in Berlin last time.
Yeah, I'm very pleased that I met your family. Actually, Sami is better than you, much better than you. I like him more.
Yeah, actually,
he will be my new friend.
Yeah, because I remember when you visited me in Berlin, whole day I was at work and you were with my kids at home because my wife was not in Germany because she didn't get the chance to join us. But now, thank God she is with us. And I think now Adam is with you, yes?
Adam, yes. Adam would like to join us. Say hi to Bachar and Sami.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
Adam.
You know Sami? Have you met him before?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you go. You go and let me continue with them. Okay.
You wanted me to go to see you in Denmark, but you came to Berlin. Can you tell me what was your impression when you visited Berlin?
What was my impression? Actually, I like Berlin. I like the big cities. I remember when I visited you first time, you introduced me to a lot of outstanding places and the landmark in Berlin. You took me to the wall, and it was really good. But the second time when I visited Berlin, it was much better because I was there with the family, and I enjoyed visiting the museum. Hold on. You wanna go? Okay, but just stay keep quiet, okay?
It was really interesting to show you Berlin also because it's really very interesting city and very multicultural. You can come here 3-4 times, and every time you see something new.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to come one more time, but first you have to come first. But when I come the third time, I have another plan to see everything interesting in Berlin. Actually, I like the city, and I think I missed a lot of things that I need to visit, especially inside the museums. You know, we are fans of museums. Wherever we go, we just go. Some people, they laugh at us or they mock us because we love museums. Museums, actually, when you go to the museums, you know the whole history of the city. That's why we should encourage this all the time. I encourage my family, my son, from now to just be interested in history and archaeology and museums. Really, the museum is the first things I ever think to visit when I go and visit a new city.
Yeah, but actually, the time we visited the Pergamon Museum, you know, both of us, we were working as regional guides in Syria. So we got people around Syria. And it was for me the first impression that when I came to Germany, really my first day I was in Pergamon Museum, and I visited also Body Museum and the Noise Museum. Then the second day I went to see Leipzig, Dresden. Then the third day I applied for asylum. So it was for me the first things I saw it in Berlin. Is that museum. It was really a dream for me to work in Pergamon.
Yes. Exactly. We during my study, I dreamt of to visit many museums, and the reality one day came through. Actually, this happened with me when I visited Istanbul also. I was always studying about the history and archaeology and the sites in Istanbul, in Turkey. And I was fond of Hagia Sophia. And when I visited the site, wow, you know, I was, and not visiting, I was actually passing by Hagia Sophia every day because my work was very close to it. So it was
you know, when I was in Beirut for 6 months, before after I left Syria, I went to Beirut. I like almost every week I visit the National Beirut Museum.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I didn't have.
So every day I used to go to the site to remember, you know, what we miss, because really we miss Syria, we miss all good things, we miss the family. But our journey was too long, you know. I went to Beirut, then I went to Azerbaijan. There I had a good relationship with people who work also in museum. I built a good relationship. And I used to help them in translating some brochures to Arabic language, because sometimes they have some exhibitions outside of Azerbaijan in Arabic country. I was a little bit involved. Here in Berlin, for me, I'm still working in the same field, but in Denmark, you change your field. Can you tell us how do you think now?
In Denmark. Before we get to this point, I would like to emphasize the point that we are, as a people of tourism and history and archaeology, would like to spread. We have a message actually since we were in Syria, and we should spread this message also here to everyone especially the Syrian people. Like we would like to all the time. We have to must introduce them to our history and to the Syrian archaeology, to our culture. And just to pass this message also to their children, to the other generations. Because if we didn't know our past, we will not be able to keep going. This message actually, and I bet you are doing the same with your children. So coming back to the point you said, yeah, when I came here to Denmark, it was very difficult to find a job in the same field. I wish I could have found a job like in guiding. I tried. Actually, my experience, as you know, in guiding and hotel industry. In hotel industry, I worked a little bit, but here in the tourism field, it's a bit difficult because I'm not in the capital. If I were in the capital, it would have been easier for me.
As we say, the big fish is in the big city.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, I came to Berlin because I want to work in this field.
Yeah, but still, you know, I'm happy for all decisions I took in Denmark. I took a decision just to here. It's very important to have a profession. We have a profession like a handy profession, like technician, electrician. In order to have more chances to find a job.
Stability.
So I started a new major. Actually, it's industrial technician, and it's a 4.5 years study now. I'm almost done with half term stage, and I will be in 2 months from now. I will be assistant industrial technician, and then I hope after that I can find a decent job. So it was a big move. It was difficult for me, but it was a decision I had to make. But at the same time, it doesn't mean like I forgot my other interest in history.
Okay.
So at the same time, I have pages on Facebook.
Sami, you know, tell us about what you did here in Berlin, because you didn't know from Sami long time.
About what? Yeah, what? Do you have any?
I worked also in this cultural and immigration field because it was an intercultural organization in Berlin here. So I did
6 months?
8 months.
8 months.
So I worked there 8 months as volunteer. So we worked in this organization, and sometimes we were also in church and like this. Look how the people learn something new. So we had many workshops for the kids, for old or new Berliner. So because, you know, we have here too many immigrants in Berlin, And also the problem with these immigrants that they don't have too many things to do. So they are staying like in the heims here. And that's why the idea, so and concept of this organization was to help these immigrants to integrate here.
With the society, you know, it's very difficult and challenging when you came to a new land. You don't know the language, and you have to learn the language.
Exactly, this is the biggest challenge actually.
It was a chance here in Berlin that we have this Sprache Cafe, like a special
it's cafe where
you can meet the local people
and learn with them
and learn the language to improve your language skills. So
that's good also, yeah.
And he got a chance to do this volunteer for 8 months. Even he goes to school, you know.
Yeah, I was doing it.
I know he was active from. I know he's active from last time we visited. He was like doing a lot of things in addition to his study. Yeah.
Because you know, if you don't work hard, you don't get your target. Everybody has a target now. We have to improve our life.
Yes.
We have to improve our family life.
Exactly.
We faced danger before because we had stability in Syria, but unfortunately during this war, during this crisis, we were in danger. Now we are in a new land. And for me, always very important because we work in culture. And if we want to know the German culture, or if you want to know the Danish culture, you should know the language. So
yeah, and you have to interact more with people, with the German people.
Yeah, even difficult, you need whole life to learn German, but at least now we can speak the language, we have good job chance, we don't get any social support, you know, because we're working full day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sami now he's for his Abitur.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
You say
and also Bachar, I want to say something about you. You really proved yourself very good, and you are really representing the real Syrian people, the real Syrian hard worker man, because you started from the beginning and you have a very good job in the what you call in the government, right? You have now, exactly. You did a very good job,
but
really,
now I always focus in my job in the museum because it's about the cultural field. There I'm working in another field in public relations in government office.
That's really good for you, and really I second you.
Job and to be able to survive. You know,
exactly. Yeah. Student Saib, what we're gonna do with Adam? Adam, you have to go inside. Yeah, your sister's calling you. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Sami will talk about something about culture here. What did you learn in Germany? How do you find the people?
So the thing is that many people have.
But Sami, before you start, what was the main obstacles you faced here? What the main obstacles, like the main difficulty you have faced it in Germany when you just came, apart of the language?
So not language. So yeah, the first thing language, but I think the problem that it wasn't the first time I start like new life, because you know we were living in Syria, then we had to start new life in Azerbaijan. So and then we came to Germany. And the thing, you know, you have to meet new people. And, so I had new school, I have to meet new people and learn many things here. And the problem that, you know, I was working on my language skills. And after this, I didn't have really too much to do here because I don't know so how the people are thinking here or
the new culture. You know,
this is a new culture here. But because of my cultural backgrounds, because I was here 2 times like a tourist before I came the 3rd time and stayed here. So I had an image from this people here. And the thing is, many people have wrong image about the Germans. So because they are very cold and like this. But to be honest,
they are very what?
Very cold blood. Cold blood.
Okay, yeah.
But to be honest, here in Berlin, everybody was very open mind and warm. So, and that's really helped me. So, and what really helps me, so this my volunteer job. In many fields, it helps my language skills because I had to speak every time in German, or sometimes I had to translate things in Russian or Arabic and Turkish, like this.
So let's say, did you find yourself more in Germany than Azerbaijan or Syria?
To be honest,
yeah, so, it's better for you, right?
Yeah,
it's better. But did you face any discrimination in Germany? For how long you have been in Germany now? 2 years?
Almost 3 years. 3 years.
Did you face any discrimination?
So to be honest, all this time, just 2 times, and that was in the east side of Berlin.
What about you, Bachar?
No, for me, I never faced anything like that. Maybe because
you didn't face. Maybe
maybe I was very busy, but I know that really what I only know about Germans here in Berlin, because I meet people here, they opened their hearts for us. You know, they helped us to be integrated. So most of the people that I met, they helped me a lot. They are very friendly. Yeah, now we have also. My wife is here, maybe 1 year, almost 1 year. She has a German friend. She meets so often, and she helped her in the language skills.
Very good. That's good.
No, and our neighborhood is very nice. Yeah.
But you know, the problem sometimes that those who are afraid from the immigrants like this, they are not in touch with them or have a bad experience. Because I have a friend of mine, we are really good friends now, and he's so German. And one time we was talking about culture and like this, and he said, to be honest, Sami, I had a bad experience with an Arab on like this, with a knife. And he says, okay, I was thinking the immigrants are not good like this, you know. But after he met me in this organization, was working with me, and then he had another vision or view from these immigrants.
This is the meaning of the integration, you know, because sometimes you have an idea about people, about nation,
or afraid.
The problem is afraid. You don't know because somebody has a bad experience before. This organization here in Berlin and a lot of communities, you know, help us to integrate and to meet people, and a lot of local people, they come to meet the Syrian people or you know, the refugees.
Or the others. That doesn't mean Syrian. That doesn't necessarily Syrians. Also here, the same system in the whole Europe actually. They receive. They will receive the newcomers, whatever their colors are, whatever their ethnic group is. So I think it's the same system. In Denmark also here they do the same.
Because I work for one organization called Give Something Back to Berlin. We used to meet in a lot of activities, people from all over the world. And we were always talking about the communications. For me, I used to talk about the museum, but I was very active to pass a message from us, you know, because as a Syrian, as a refugee here in Berlin, we say we are very active and we are here just to be safe, and we will do our best to help the society as well. We don't need just help from the society, we should give back to the society as well.
Exactly, you have to say that.
We were always talking, in this world now, we have such a crazy world, you know, because countries are playing important roles in our life system, you know. People, some countries, they create some developed weapons. They share these weapons all over the world. But we need to spread culture. We need to spread peace, you know, as a human. Because if I am American, if I am German, if I am Syrian, or if I come from Africa, something can let us be together. Peace, you know, culture, art.
Exchange from culture, I think.
Something in common.
Now in Syria,
something in common. Yes, we should look for the common things. We should look for the common things.
Yes,
the things which gather us. Yeah.
Where did you meet Thaer? I said I met Thaer.
Yeah, I was listening to the conversation.
In the museum.
Yeah.
And when that I know you.
We met in the museum.
2000. Almost 20 years, yeah?
Yeah. 15 years?
20 years.
Yeah. Adam رجع لورا.
Almost 18. No, 18 years. 18 years.
رجع لورا بتوقع. رجع لورا. زي لتحت. زي.
Oh my God, Adam.
It's kids.
بدك تحكي انت تاي مقابله بدالي؟ يلا احكي مع بشار يلا. هلا بي.
Yeah, but you know, Thaer, when we met the first time in the interview, because both of us, we applied to have job in Four Seasons Hotel in Saudi Arabia. Then by chance, I met you in the museum. I said that, I know you. I met you in the interview.
Exactly.
Then I didn't expect that I will meet you again in Saudi Arabia, you know?
Exactly, yeah. It was,
yeah.
It was, it's been long, it's a long friendship with Bachar, like since 2002. Yeah. First time we met 2002, now it is 18 years.
But
that's a long,
we work in the same department, we work together in the same place, we work every day together.
Say that again? I didn't hear you.
We worked together in the same department.
Yes.
Yeah, it was not planned, but we used to work together.
But eventually I don't find myself in hotels. I found myself more in tourism and guiding.
Yeah.
This is the best field we can, because this is our study field also.
I want to change a little bit because I went to Qatar as well for 2 years in the same company.
Yeah.
Because in my work in Syria, I have permanent contract, they allow me to travel anywhere. So I use these 5 years to travel to different countries to learn something new.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why every time I go somewhere, then I come back to my work in the museum in Damascus.
With the new.
Yeah.
With the new experience. Yeah. So this is it. I think we are lucky. We are in the center of the world. Actually, we have a lot of things to do in the future. Maybe you are more lucky than me because you guys are grown up. But I have to wait a little bit till they grow up a bit. Then I can start visiting the other museums and countries. You know, there's a lot of plans I have in my mind, but I think it's a good place to live in Europe. Actually,
no, actually,
either in Germany or Denmark or France.
Europe, for me, it is the center of the world because now during this coronavirus pandemic, you know, really, Germany played very good. She saved the life of people.
And also the economy.
Yeah, the economy, saved the economy. And I think I am lucky to be in such a stable country. Here, they respect the human being. You know, in some other countries, unfortunately, I can see a lot of videos. People are suffering. Really,
yes, exactly.
Many governments don't care about their people as here in Germany, actually. Honestly,
to use this pandemic
to stress people.
Because the government many things, but here is, to be honest, better.
Yeah, for the human dignity, you know, for human life, you know, here as much as you are positive, the community respect you.
Yeah, will respect you and treat you better.
Yeah, you will be treated better, you know, and if you choose to here, will support you until you find another job.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You will not be left in the street, or you will be handled. You will be taken care of very well until you stand up on your feet. يلا بابا روح.
Adam still as he is, very active. Loud and active.
لا هلا هديان هلا هديان. He's better now, much better now. لحظة خليك معي. شوف لا 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 لا.
You grow up, thank God. You were very cool. No one like Adam, only Eve. He has no sister.
Wow, it's
Yeah. What is the name of your daughter?
Neen. Her name is Neen.
Neen. I said to Sami about no one like Adam, only Eve. And now Neen is next to him.
What's that?
I say no one like Adam, only Eve.
Yes.
And now he has sister.
جيب لي الليجو جيب لي الليجو نفرجيه. ايه بس روح جيب الليجو نفرجيه وش. جيب الليجو زين من تحت جيب الليجو.
Okay. Thaer, I think now we should
stop.
Say goodbye. Yeah. I'm really
yes.
happy that we make this talking from me.
Yeah, that was very nice to make this conversation, and I'm looking forward to maybe another chance to meet again, and we have
Adam, you will be whole day.
What's that?
Adam will be whole day with me like before. I will.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy your time.
Okay. Take care. Take care.
Also, okay?
Okay, we'll keep in touch.
We'll keep in touch.
Nice to meet with you.
Hi, yalla. See you, Sami. See you soon. Try to visit us in August.
Yeah,
we'll try after this distraction.
Okay.
Okay.
Ciao.
See you. Bye-bye.